Okay. Now, guys, in the previous classes, we said the relative frequency are F capital equal number of favorable outcomes over total number of outcomes, right? And we said this is a fraction form. We can turn it to percent, and we can turn it to decimal form, right? And we found it from for simple events, and we use tables. I think the last idea we add and we did everything for the table. So I think we stopped at the check of example 3, right? Am I right? Or example 2, sorry. Check of example 2. Am I right, guys? Where we stopped, guys? Yeah, where we stopped?
We stopped in the check. Now we are in example 3.
We did the check of example 2 or no?
We did the check of example 2.
We did it, right?
Yes.
Good. Now we'll go to example 3. Let's go to example 3.
Okay.
We are on page 519, guys. 519. Okay? So we found relative frequency from normal questions by words. We found relative frequency from tables. If you remember, guys, we add the favorable outcome, which the question asked me about it, divide on the total outcomes for the frequencies here in the table. Then we find our answer as the question wants. Now we'll use another idea, which is how to find relative frequency using this formula from the graph. So I'll start directly with example 3. Iyad, are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Read, Iyad.
Okay. The graph shows the results of an experiment in which a spinner with 3 equal-sized sections is spun a number of times. Find the relative frequency of spinning green or blue for this experiment. Express the
Good.
ratio.
We have red. خليك معي شوية إياد. We have red here and then blue, green, right?
Red, green, blue.
And blue, right?
Yes.
Good. And here we have numbers, guys. We have numbers. Now we can know each one of them how much it equals, right? Yani for example, the red from the graph, you'll go here to know what's the number here. So I will make a small table for this one. I will make here the color and here the amount or the number, the amount. خلاص?
Yes.
So here I have red, I have green, and I have blue. From where I fill the numbers, guys? From the graph itself. So let's fill the first one. Let's go to the red to see how much in the y-axis here. In the red, how much it will be? It's close to 15, right?
Yes.
Right, Iyad? But
Yes.
it's less than 15 a little bit. It will be what?
14.
14. So here for the red, we have 14, the frequency of it. Okay, guys? From the graph, we found it from the graph. Here we have 15, but here it's less than 15. It will be 14. It is rounded, or you can estimate. But how about if you tell me, no, mister, I see it 13, not 14. It's okay. It's okay. As soon as the numbers here are not written, you can estimate it, but make it logical estimation, okay? Logical estimation. Let's see the green now, the oldest one, the longest one, I think. The green is closer to 25. How much it will be?
24.
24. See, guys, they make the table here. They put the red 14 and left the green and the blue for us. So the green is a 24, right? And how about the blue? The blue, guys. Let's see the blue together. It's more than 20 a little bit, and they wrote here 22. Okay?
Yes.
So we have table now. I formed this table. I created this table from the graph. Okay? Let's read the question again to see what the question wants from us again. I will read or read يا إياد but raise up your voice please. The graph.
Okay. The graph shows the result of an experiment in which a spinner with three equal size sections is spun a number of times. Find
Good.
the relative
Find.
find the relative frequency of spinning green or blue for this experiment.
Best. So the favorable outcomes is what?
Green
Green
and blue.
and
Blue
blue. Green
and
and
blue.
blue, right? So
Yes.
the favorable outcomes which we will put up is green and blue. So what we need to do here to find the relative frequency, we will apply the formula. The favorable outcome, which are the outcomes that the question asked me about, the green and the blue. طب how much the green and the blue? 24
Plus
plus
22.
22. So
22.
up guys, we'll do 24 plus 22 over what down? The
The total
total
number of
number of
outcomes.
all of them. The total number of
60.
outcomes. So it will be 14 plus 24 plus 22.
60.
It will be up. How much up? 20,
46
46
over 60.
over what?
60.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So we have the relative frequency is 46 over 60. Does the question ask me to make it decimal or percent, ya Iyad?
No.
No. They want express the ratio as what at the end? As
Fraction.
a fraction. This is the fraction. But the fraction, as we said always you make it what? In
Simplest
simplest
form.
form. In simplest form. So here what we can do to make simplest form?
46 divide 2 or 46 divide 4.
So we can divide in 2 up and down. It will be divided by 2 up and down, guys. Up will be
23 over
23
30.
and down will be 30. Here, 23 over 30, we cannot do more because the 23 is already prime. Remember? Prime. Prime means it has no factors except 1 and the 23, so we cannot. But the 30 has 5, has 6, has 2, has 15, but 23 cannot divide on any enough number of these ones. So this is the simplest form and this is the answer. So the relative frequency of having a green and the blue is 23 over 30.
30.
This is the example number 3, guys. Hope you understand it very well. It's easy idea. And let's go to the check if you don't have any questions about example 3. We have the check after this example. So the idea here, if you have the table, guys, like the previous lesson, we use it directly. But if you have graph, you make a table from it, then you can use it also. So let's do the check after example 3 together. وليد read يا وليد. Participate guys. ليش ما بتشاركوا انتم؟ وليد
The graph
read.
shows check the graph shows the result of question what is the favorite household pet when
Good.
asked of a group of students.
Good.
What
when asked of a group of students, we have this graph, right, Walid?
Yes.
What we will do beside it, guys, here? Beside it, we will do what?
We will write the numbers.
We will do the table, right?
Yes. Yes.
So let's make the table beside the graph. You have the graph here, and here you have columns, I think, okay? And beside it here, we will make the table, guys, because we will use the table with numbers, okay? So what we will write up and down? Up, we will write the names here. What are they here?
Dog, cat, bird, fish.
No, dog, the cat, the household pet. Here, the household pet, the pet. And here, the number, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one here is what? The first
12.
one.
First one,
لا,
12.
the first name يا ابني, the first pet is what?
Dog.
Dog. طب how many dogs we have? The question make it easy for you guys, and they wrote, or the book wrote the number of them on each one of them. Got it? No need
Yeah.
to estimate or be confused. So the first one, how much?
12.
The dog, 12. The second bit here is how much? Is what?
9.
Huh?
Cat.
ركز يا حبيبي الله يسعدك. Cat, how much?
9.
9. The third bit,
Bird.
bird.
6.
ركز يا ابني الله يسعدك بسرعة. 6. The fourth one,
Fish.
fish. How much?
4.
4. Like this?
Yes.
But so we have dog, or cat, or bird, or fish, or other.
Other, yeah.
Other means other animals, other pets. How much the other?
6.
6. Now let's read the question to know what are the favorable outcomes which we will put them on the numerator, okay?
What
To find the
was
relative frequency. Read the question down, Yabni.
what was the relative frequency of a student's favorite animal being a dog or cat? Express the ra- ra- ratio as a percent rounded to the nearest tens.
So they want us to find this fraction as a ratio rounded to the nearest what? Tenth, okay?
Yeah.
But let's go back to our favorable outcomes. What are they? They want the dog and or
A
what?
cat.
Or the cat. So here, up will be the dog or the cat, and down what it will be?
I will plus you.
The total of them, right?
Yeah.
So how many dogs we have? Or students choose dog? 12, and the cat 9, right?
Cat, no. Yeah.
So 12 plus 9, and down here, what we will do down? The total number
The
of them. 12 plus 9 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6, right?
6. Yeah.
Yeah, this is equal to up 21.
Up 21.
Down, let's add 12 plus 9, 21.
21.
21 plus 10, 31 plus
31.
6,
37.
37. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Now this is the ratio, guys. The ratio, and the ratio is a fraction already. But the question tells us to what? Express the ratio to as what? As a percent, rounded to the nearest what? Tenth.
Tenth.
So we will make it as percent. How we will make this ratio, guys, as a percent? Now, to make this ratio as a percent, we will make division.
Division.
We will divide normally. Use your calculator. 21 divided by 37. عادي. 21 divided by 37. Use your calculator. What's the number here will be? Tell me.
0.567567.
5 لحظة 5 6 وبعدين
567.
like this, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So we divided these two numbers, guys. 21 divided by 37. We have this one, right? The question said rounded to the nearest what? 10th. This is the nearest 10th. صح?
It'll be 6.
It will be, the 5 will be what? 6.
And
So
we will
round it
divide
to 0.6.
6.
صح?
And we will delete the other.
أيوة. So first step, guys, we turn it to decimal, and this is rounded to the nearest tenth as the question wants, not us. Now, how we make it percent, guys?
Multiply 100.
Exactly. Now, to find the decimal from the fraction, you make division normally. To turn the decimal to percent, you multiply the decimal by what always? By 100. So 0.6 multiply by 100, it will be 60. Don't put it 60 like this وخلاص. لا. 60 what? Percent. So this is the check after example 3 guys, we have table of favorite animals for the students. So they asked they asked how many students, guys? They asked 37 students. 12 of them choose dog, 9 choose cat, 6 choose bird, 4 choose fish, and 6 of them choose other animals. Other animals, monkey, donkey, whatever. Okay? Now, after they finish the survey, this is, we call it survey. Survey, guys, means you go to the street and ask people about their opinions and you record results. This is what we call it survey. Now, after we finish the graph, they made the graph, and to find what we wanted from the graph, guys, turn it to numbers and table. So you can do any relative frequency from this table. Yani if the question asks you about bird and fish, for example, you will add 6 and 4 on the total. If the question asks you about the fish only, you will say 4 over the total. So it's easy to use the table. Now, after we found the ratio, guys, the ratio of the relative frequency, we stick with the question, what the question wants. If the question wants the fraction only, we do fraction in simplest form and we stop. If the question wants decimal, we make division and check what the question wants to round or estimate. But if the question wants percent, you make division, get the decimal, and multiply by 100. The answer will be the percent. Don't forget the sign of the percent, please. This is the check, guys. Hope you understand it very well.
Sir, can I say something?
What? Tell me.
In the fish, they wrote 5, not 4.
يا قلبي. هو حكى 4 عاد شو أعمل له أنا؟ Let me check. لا يا زلمة ده فيش 5 كيف 4؟
Yes.
أنا شو حاطط؟ أنا شو ليش يا وليد هيك؟ ليش؟ طيب let me change it quickly, guys. This is 5.
The cat is
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just hear it 4. Maybe I hear it wrong. I don't know. This is 5. So here it will be 5. So here it will be what?
Mr. Wait, the cat is 11 too.
Oh my God. يعطيك العافية وليد، ما قصرت والله. شكرا وليد، شكرا. Wait. I don't know what. يمكن أنا ما سمعته، ما بعرف. طبعا السريع يلا. معايا إياد؟
معك يا مستر.
يلا add. What we want, the cat and the dog, right?
Yes.
12 and 11. And down here we have 12 plus 11 plus 6 plus 5 plus 6, right?
Yes, all the...
Yeah. Up it will be what? 33. Down it will be what? Sorry, 23 up. Down it will be what? Add them.
40.
11 with 11 22, with 12 34, with 6 40. Right? 40, are you sure?
Yes.
Now let's make division. This is already simplest form, so we will divide it now. 23 divided by 40, it will be what?
0.575.
Let me use the calculator.
Okay.
23 divided by 40 is 0.575. Excellent. Good. So
0.6.
So we wanna round to the nearest what?
10.
10th. So this will be 6.
0.6.
Yeah, it's the same. Good. It's the same. Hello.
Yes.
So it will be 0.6 rounded. So 0.6 here, it will be multiplied by 100 to make it percent. Sorry. This will be what? 60%. Just I changed some numbers here, that's all. But
Yes.
the idea is the same for sure. Thank you, Iyad. Thank you, Walid.
Yes.
And let's see what we have next. I think we finish. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yes. Let's see. We have table. We have a graph. Same idea. We have a graph. Same idea in example 4. Okay, you make the table and see what the question wants and find what the question wants. Okay, example 5, it's written a question. Okay, let's go to the homework, guys, please. Page 527, see it? All of you, go there, please. Go there. Now, in question 1, it is not table, it is not a graph, it's contest, it's word question. Words. So I read the question, see what the favorable outcomes, and try to find it. Here, what we have, guys, in question 2, we have table. We will turn the table to what?
Fraction.
We don't turn it, it's ready to use, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
here in these 2 questions, guys, we have what? Graphs.
Graph.
Turn them on a table, on extra paper, or you can use the space around here, any place, but use extra paper, it's okay. See what the question wants, the favorable outcomes, and find the answer. Stick what the question wants, guys, with ratio. If they want it in a fraction or decimal or percent. If the question wanted in a fraction, your answer will be in a fraction already, because the ratio is a fraction here. So, but you need to make it simplest form. It's important to make it simplest form. In our assignments and exams, I won't give you an answer 46/60. I'll give you what?
The simplest form.
The simplest form. So you will choose the simplest form. So sometimes you will think that your answer is wrong. No. Do simplest form. Now, after you make the fraction, now stick with the question. If the question wanted in decimal, make division. If the question wanted in percent, multiply the decimal with which you have by what?
100.
By 100. The answer will be the percent of it. This is the idea of the lesson. Hope you understand it very well, guys. And do the homework of this lesson. Don't forget about Sunday, guys. What you have in Sunday?
Quiz.
You have your second math exam, remember?
Yes.
Now, the math exam, guys, on Sunday will be on the 2 lessons on chapter 8 about the angles, supplementary, complementary, vertical, and adjacent. Don't forget that. Don't forget these 2 lessons, okay? And then you have the chapter of area, surface area, and volume. And the last week, guys, the 4 periods were about revision, if you remember, right?
Yes.
We did all of the exercises and the questions which you asked me about it. So please, guys, you need to study, you need to revise, memorize the formulas. Don't forget that to find the volume, you have 2 ways, either prism or pyramid. Don't forget that. If you have a prism, V equal big BH. If you have pyramid, and most of the students forget to put what? 1/3 big BH. Don't forget that, please, guys. If you have rectangular prism, you have 2 formulas, one for the volume and one for the surface area, remember? So the rectangular prism, it is done with its formula. But other prisms or pyramids, stick with these for the volume, and for the surface area, please revise the ideas, guys, please. I'm telling you that because I know you will confuse between pyramid, prism, 1/3, what's B, what's H, what's V. We have a lot of formulas. And don't forget, guys, the area, The area. We give formulas for the area of a triangle, a rectangle, parallelogram, circle, semicircle, circumference. We did a lot.
Yes.
Trapezoid. We did a lot of areas. Memorize the formulas. I will ask you about them. They are wanted from you. Plus the composite figures also. Like when we have a square with half circle, remember? Or rectangle with triangle under of it. We did a lot of this.
Yes.
Don't forget the idea. If you have 2 figures and we want the shaded area, we subtract. Study, guys, study very well, okay? If you study very well, focus, you will get full mark, inshallah. Thank you so much. and have a great weekend. Goodbye.
Bye.